Okay, good afternoon, everyone. So today we'll start with the continuation part of Module 1. Okay, the slides are visible now, right? Can anyone please? The content slides are visible, right?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Can't see, sir.
Yes, yes,
Yes, sir.
few
Visible.
minutes.
Yes, sir.
So now
It's
we can
now
see.
visible, right?
Yes,
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 yes, sir.
fine, fine, fine. So in the previous class, we have completed the first part of the management. That is the first part of the module 1. That is starts with the management. That is characteristics of management, functions of management, and the major importance and purpose of planning process, and the different types of plans. And even we have studied the nature of planning also. Okay, and now we are moving to the next concept, that is construction project formulation. So again, it contains the basic introduction about the construction management. What is the construction management? How it is related with the management process, and then how it is going to be works out in a particular project work. Okay, and project organization, management functions, and then the different management styles. Okay, we'll study one by one now. Okay. So in the previous class, we have discussed till now. Okay. Project management. So basically, this project management defines, it starts at the right pace, but as it proceeds, these activities will get off the schedule because of various tribulations. That is nothing but what? Project management is a straight path, so which contains so many stages, such that since from starting till end, it is going to be divided in various aspects, such that proper planning has to be provided, planned with respect to a proper scheduling part. So it's directly affecting cost as well as the time. So here, this certain activities what we have planned in the initial stage of the project, they are going to be gets off the schedule, in the sense because of so many uncertainties, because of various tribulations like improper planning, uncertainties, and non-deliver of resources on time, execution delays, environmental factors, and so on. So you can see a particular construction work. So initially they are going to start as per their planning, and in between that, certain activities will get stuck, certain activities will get stopped because of various aspects, such as might be we have done improper planning. So one example we can give, that is improper planning with respect to resources. So here we are going to plan two activities at the same time, but we are having a lack of resources. For example, you can take 10 members of laborers are there, and two activities are going to be started at the same time, right? And one activity it requires 8 laborers, and one activities it requires 6 laborers, but we are having only 10 laborers, right? So there, what we can do, instead of 10 we require 14 members, the 14 laborers instead of 10 members, because we have started two activities at the same time. So that is one example of improper planning. So we need to take all the aspects, such as the available resources and all, then we need to plan according to those resources, right? So that is one example for improper planning. And uncertainties, few things we can't predict while executing the work. Might be we may not get the resources on time at right place. In other words, we can say it as right time at right place. So in that cases, might be the works will get scheduled, and because of so many issues like the non availability of river sand, and also that is also a part of uncertainties. In some cases might be the heavy rain will get occurs, that too it is like not predicted. So in such cases the works will get off from the different scheduling chart, so that directly relates what the increasing the time, because at that particular time where the uncertainties got occurs, that time which is going to be shift to the next days, so their lack of total durations will get occurs. So obviously the total duration is going to be increased there. So once the total duration is going to be increased, that time directly it relates in the increasement of budget. Okay. And here non-delivery of resources on time. So in the planning stage, you have planned like at so and so days I require so and so materials with so and so quantities, right? So in that particular schedule part, if the resources are not available, so that time again it relates what increasing the time as well as the total budget of the project. And execution delays, so here execution delays, we need to plan the proper scheduling part as per the work there. For example, if you are going to construct a brickwork, so usually it takes around 3 days with minimum 14 days of curing. So here if you have planned initially for 7 days of curing, and again that particular durations what you have planned, it is going to be affect to the total project durations. And here execution delays which consisting of so many techniques. So here if you have adopted the proper project management with the proper techniques, you can work out that one within a duration what we have fixed in the scheduling chart. So we need to prefer the different techniques to work on this execution part, so that we can stop delaying that execution work. And environmental factors, so here this environmental factors, for example you can take a heavy rain, and so that is directly going to be affect that total duration of the project work, right? So again these all aspects they are directly impacts on cost itself. So here you can see in the below image, so many aspects have to be monitored by this project management. So not only one or two aspects, including time, cost, resources, various aspects will be there, execution part will be there. So each and everything have to be monitored by this project management. Okay, so is this audible, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes, thank you. Okay, moving on to the next slide, that is project management. So here project management is a method of application of various knowledge areas. Here not only the civil engineering aspects will come, so even it includes the financial aspects also. So here project management has to work on cost as well as the time duration part of the project work. So it consisting of various knowledge areas and skills along with the numerous techniques. So this numerous techniques, by adopting this new techniques in the construction project, we can reduce the time, so that directly reducing the total cost of the project, right? So here we need to adopt this so many techniques to meet project requirements like duration as well as the cost. So as we have discussed in the previous class, I mean in the earlier classes, you need to concentrate more on time as well as the cost of the total, I mean the total cost of the project work. So these are the two main categories which will comes under in this subject, that is cost as well as the time. So this project management, it is an interconnected group of processes, because this project management has to be there since from starting of the project work till to complete that entire project work, so which directs the project team to organize and manage resources. So here this project management which is going to divide the whole work into the number of sub activities, so that activities are going to be distributed to the different organization members, so that they are going to execute those assigned work for them. Okay, so here those particular organization departments has to manage those resources which are assigned to those different organization groups. Okay, so the project is completed within defined scope, quality and time, along with the cost constraints to accomplish a successful project. So a project has to be said as successful, then they need to complete the work within time, within budget, without compromising with the quality aspects, and even it should define, I mean, it should satisfy the scope also. Okay, so a project has to be successful, means we need to say it is a successful, then it should satisfy all the categories, such as it should be within the cost, within the time, and there is no compromise with the quality, and then within the defined scope in the sense, this whatever the project you are going to construct, before starting that work, it should be having certain scope. So we need to fix up certain boundaries and we need to work within that. So it should not be beyond that scope, so that again, if we have crossed that limit, that entire project which is going to be varies with respect to a cost as well as the time. Okay, and here the third point, that is project management that aims to accomplish the precise goals by virtue of perfect planning. So here, project management, it should be having certain goals that to accomplished by precise goals by the virtue of perfect planning, scheduling, executing, monitoring, as well as the controlling the time. So these all are like the functions of management. So here also a project management has to achieve its goal by having so many controls on these management functions, that such as planning, scheduling, executing, monitoring, as well as the controlling the time, as well as the entire project team, and finances and utilizing all the resources effectively. This is most important thing, utilizing all resources effectively in the sense, without much wastage. With all the resources we need to plan properly, and then we need to assign the proper resources for the proper committee, I mean committee in the sense that organizational department, so that within that allotted resources they are going to work on that activity, and then they can complete it. So these all things will be comes under in this management, so that we can work it smoothly by adopting this management skills and techniques. So in every class I used to tell the same thing, kindly join the class within the time schedules and all, and so many changes are going to be happening here. Few people are leaving the class, so if it is going in the same way, we are going to take the action on you people. So kindly be nice with the classes, do not do this mischievousness and all. Okay, so moving on to the next part, that is here you can see there are four most important factors which is going to be affecting the efficiency of the project and project management. So they are, first one is project cost, project time, followed by project scope, and then requirements of project work. Okay, and here first one is project cost. So here this project cost, which is going to be defined, I mean which is going to be fixed before starting the project work, right? So that cost, this project cost, which is decided by the client itself. So here client is the major source of that project cost. So as per his requirements, with respect to a cost or with respect to a time durations, we need to work on that. Means we need to fix up some boundaries. So if those requirements are there within those boundaries, then we can easily complete this work. So in that first aspect, that is project cost, so here projects must be within the planned budget. So here in the planning stage only you will come to know the total cost or total budget of the project. So at the end of the project work, that project cost has to be within that planned budget. For example, if you have planned a particular construction work for 2 crores rupees, and at the end of the project work, so it should be within that, because that defines your the height of planning. So how exactly you have planned. So if the cost is increasing more than you are planning, then you have done it as a improper planning there, right? So we need to plan in a such a way that whatever we have planned, so that planning, it should be within the, I mean, that cost, it should be within the budgeted cost, right? And that is a major factors which is going to be affect that efficiency of the project. And project time, so here project time, which is going to be fixed based upon the number of activities what we have planned in the earlier stage. Okay, so in this case we are going to divide the total durations for each and every activities such that as per the client requirement we need to finish within that particular duration work. Okay, so in that cases we need to plan in a such a way that, I mean, this project in that planning stage will comes under in project management itself. So in that cases, whatever the project, that must be delivered on specified time, so that is achieved by adopting this project management. Okay, so if you are executing the work on your own without any proper management, without any skills and techniques, then you will be planning in one way, and it is going to be complete in other way, so might be which is differ with respect to a cost as well as the time. Okay, and requirements of project, so here this project, it should meet the client's requirement without affecting quality, within a planned budget, and within a precise scope, and it should completed and delivered on specified time. So as I told, there are main three aspects, two aspects, that is first one is with the time, second one is with the quality, and here you can see the third aspect also, that is without affecting any quality also, right? Because the client is going to be suggesting a certain amount, right, but he wants to achieve with a good quality, so obviously it is not possible, because when we are concentrating on quality, obviously the cost will get increased, right? So in the same case, whatever the requirements of the projects are there, as per the planning, we need to complete it within time, within budget, and without affecting the quality, and even it should not crosses that precise scope also. Okay, and so these all aspects can be achieved only by adopting the project management. So this plays an important role in project management. Okay, so coming to the part, the construction management. So in most of the cases, whatever we have given the examples while studying the management part, so we have given much examples based upon the construction itself. So here just will glance these things once, because we have already studied these all aspects. Okay, so here the construction industries require high degree of management of men, money, and material to complete the project successfully at an optimum cost. So here you can see in the first paragraph, so they are concentrating much with respect to resources. Okay, so as you can see here, men, money, materials, and even they should add machinery also here, so to complete the project work successfully at an optimum cost. So that directly defines this how well you have executed the work by adopting the construction management. And here a specific branch of building construction has been developed to accommodate the different techniques which are adopted to improve the performance of various aspects of engineering projects. So here you can see the construction management part, so it directly relates with respect to a cost as well as the time. And here this construction management provides a well-known technique for the various branches or various organizations, what it will comes under that. So it is going to be provide certain ideas that how well you can execute the works which are assigned to you, right? So which is going to give a proper idea about that work, and how well you can complete that work within that cost and within that time. Okay, so which is going to give the brief idea about that. And so that it can improve the performance of various aspects of engineering projects. So the main role of this construction management is, which is going to give a brief idea about that, so that that ideas as well as the techniques which are going to be described, how well you can complete that work within that cost as well as the time. And the third point, the constructions management aims to coordinate and organize the sufficient and efficient manpower as well as the materials. So here construction management, it plans well in advance that how much quantities of machineries are required, how much numbers of labors are required, each and everything, it has to be planned before starting the work. So that is done by this construction management. So they will be knowing that to complete this total work, at what time, how much quantities of resources we require. So each and everything will be known by to these people, so that by adopting this construction management, we can complete the work effectively as well as the efficiently. And here the optimal and proper use of machinery and arrangement of the finance to complete the project successfully at an optimum cost within stipulated time using latest management techniques. So as we have discussed, this construction management will be knowing the various techniques, and it will be having various alternative plans. So if one plans is not got successful because of various uncertainties and various obstacles, so which is going to be shift to the next plan, because in this construction management will be having various alternative plans, so that we can choose anyone if one plan is not got executed. So by adopting this construction management in any construction works, so which is going to give the brief idea about that. And then the construction business also requires powerful, profit oriented and professional type of management. So by adopting this, might be we are paying extra fees or extra amount or extra cost, what we can see for the construction management, but directly it decreases the total cost of the project work. Might be you can think, by adopting the PMC, that is project management consultancy, we need to pay extra cost for them, right? So certain I will give you one example that what is this PMC and all. You can take one example, that is client and contractor. Okay, so here contractor has taken the work from client. Okay, so that one, it should be monitored by project management consultancy. So this project management consultancy is hired by this client, because client always he can't come and stand at the place where that work has to be worked out, and it is difficult to monitor those all aspects. So he is going to hire the project management consultancy. So here this project management consultancy is taking in charge as in the place of client, and then they will be there at the site or work, and they are going to monitor each and every activities, right? So like that, if they start monitoring on each and every work, they can complete that one within time, and there will be a much quality with respect to all the works what it is going to be carried out. And then so that directly relates what we are going to pay the extra amount or fees for the project management consultancy. In the same way, the total cost which is going to be reduced. So better we need to choose the project management consultancy whenever we are going to construct a huge building or better work with a high cost. Okay, so why generally you require construction management? What it can be done? What are the uses and necessities of the construction management? So here the construction management is required for the various objectives, such as coordinates between different agencies. For example, as a client you can't reach each and every availability of the resource places. So instead of that, this construction management will be visiting all the places where the resources are available, and then there the different agencies will be there, so that they are going to contact those different agencies and they are going to choose the best materials with respect to quality as well as the cost, right? And the development of manpower and machinery. So construction management team will be having the better communication skills and the much contact, so that whenever they require the resources at the right time at the right place, they are about to get those. So by adopting this construction management, we can achieve the best development of manpower and machinery in the construction work. And then economy in construction. So when we have adopted this construction management, obviously the economy of the construction will be in a better way. I mean, we can save the cost whatever we have planned at the initial part. And then the speed of constructions. So this project management, sorry, this construction management will be having the proper planning system. So according to that plan, even as per the planning part only, they are about to execute that entire work. So there will be a no delay in the construction work, because they will be having much experience with respect to all the activities whatever they have planned at the earlier stage. And then the quality control of materials as well as the workmanship. So they will be concentrating on each and every work of the project, so that for every work they will be having certain quality control system. For example, they are about to follow the certain checklist. So I think you are hearing the word checklist for the first time. So checklist is nothing but the whatever the work which is going to be carried out at the construction stage or construction site. So there, how well they have executed that work. So which are the parameters need to be checked before giving any approval from the PMC. So for that, you can take one example, that is a construction of column. So here a construction of column has to be achieved 100% of quality works. So first you need to check the material, which type of material is there, within whether it is within the standards or not, within the limits or not. So that one we need to check. And then while executing the work, you are about to design the which diameter of the steel we need to use in the column construction, and what about the spacing. So everything which is supplied by the top management, that so and so design works are to be there, and according to that you need to work. So in that case, you need to check whether they have provided the proper spacing or not, whether they have provided the proper diameter of the steel bars or not, and what about the spacing of the stirrups, right? So each and everything you need to check while executing the work. And while doing any plastering work, we need to add the proper proportion of the materials there, including water. So each and every aspects we need to be checked, and materials also, it should be within the specified characteristics as well as the limits. So here this construction management has to be worked on each and every activities with respect to quality also, and even the workmanship, that directly defines how well he is going to execute that work that is done by the men resource, right? So workmanship in the sense that execution of that particular work, so whether he is doing the proper techniques or not, whether he is doing the proper steps or not. So each and everything, it has to be monitored by this construction management. That is whatever we have explained till now, coordinates between different agencies, right? So that directly we can choose the best materials at the right time as well as at the right cost. And the development of manpower and machinery, so that directly defines the total cost as well as the total duration of the project. Mean construction, speed of construction, quality control, right? So the main objectives of this construction management. So following are the objectives of civil engineering management, that is specifically with respect to construction. So the work should be properly planned and organized. So that is what till now we have discussed, that by adopting the construction management what we can achieve. And then the work should be executed as per the specifications. So specifications has to be fixed before starting the project work. For example, we need to select a cement, so it should be as per the standards, means we need to refer the standard Indian code books such as IS 383 and all, so that. And while doing the concrete mix design, you need to refer IS 10262 to 2009, and latest it has been delivered with 2019. Like that, for each and every work there will be a standard specifications. So according to that we need to execute that work. So that is what the main objective of this construction management. And the work should be completed within the specified time and estimated cost. So this is purely achieved by the based on experience part. Okay, so here the work will be getting completed at the specified time and estimated cost. So to achieve this, we need to follow the construction management, and the work should be properly supervised by qualified and trained staff. So here construction management is going to be assign the work based upon the specifications, so that people has to be works on that activities, and they are going to be monitored those each and every works whatever assigned to them. So here those supervision can be that supervision is done by the various technical people which are well trained, and they got the best suggestions from this construction management, and then they are going to be keep an eye on that particular work, so that the work should be completed without satisfying, without any disturbance with respect to a quality. Okay, without any compromise with respect to a quality part. And the workmanship and quality of the work should be good. So here the main objective of this construction is like construction management is like there should not be a much difference with respect to quality aspects. So ultimately the quality of the work should be good, and the work should be executed economically, so it should not crosses the total budgeted cost whatever we have planned at the earliest stage. Okay, and the importance of construction management and all we'll study in the next class. Okay, so till now whatever we have discussed with respect to construction management, whether it's understood, can anyone please, if you are having any doubts, you can ask. Yes. You're having any doubts? Okay. Yes. Now you can give your attendance just in 2 minutes, and you can disconnect the call.
Hello, hello. Hello, sir.
Yes, Deepesh, please.
So for the consultant, like for RCC consultant or sir,
Okay.
some amount of money we have to pay, no? Like if the
Yes.
building is of 1 crore,
Yes.
then
Yes. Okay.
10% or 1% something.
Okay. Yes. You are asking or you are telling
So
the
yeah,
thing?
asking sir, so how much
Yeah,
like
you need to pay. So if you are adopting the project management consultancy there, so based upon the percentage of the total cost, they are going to take the fees for that.
so usually it is like 10% or maximum,
Yeah,
like
that
more
is
than that.
again depends on which type of work is going on. Not only with the RCC, I am telling. So depends upon the different works. That percentage it is going to be fixed.
Okay, sir. Yeah.
But if you are hiring that project management consultancy, obviously, whatever the fees we are paying for that, it will be more. But ultimately, that reacts with what the total cost of the client's budgeted cost. That one we can reduce there, the total cost. Somehow we are paying the extra amount for the PMC, right?
Yes, sir.
But
Yeah, okay.
if you are adopting that PMC, you can complete that within time without compromising with the much quality. So you'll be knowing each and every aspects, whatever which is going on, because you'll be having certain trust on that PMC, so that they'll be working based upon that trust basis.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, sir.
Okay. Yes, others you can give the attendance. Somia, Vishwanath, Padmashri, Abdul.